What I want to do today is just show you around our food pantry, tell you a little bit about what we do and how we do it, where we get our food and all those types of things. So kind of to talk first about where we get our food from. There are a couple ways we do that. One is we, 2 weeks in a month, we go to Walmart Neighborhood Market in Greenbrier and pick up fresh foods. So it'll be things such as bakery product that we have sitting around, cupcakes, breads, all kinds of different things that Walmart has that they need to get rid of, and they're not going to throw away. They send to us instead. So another way we get food on the weeks that we don't pick up in Greenbrier at the Walmart there, we actually order from the food bank. And we can order some of those same fresh products, but we can also order some of the canned goods and rice and things that you see behind us. So every week we'll order from the food bank what we need and what we're not getting from elsewhere, and bring that in on a trailer. The difference in those, even though they're both from the food bank, is that all that we get from Greenbrier Walmart Neighborhood Market is free, totally free to us. It's all donations. The food that goes the food that comes from the food bank that's ordered isn't always free. We might pay 18 cents a pound for our meat. Now, most of the vegetables, the produce that we get, and the bakery items will be free, but some of that we pay a little bit for, but it's drastically reduced. So, and then the third way that we bring in our food is anything that we feel like we need, that it's a standard item, such as jelly, peanut butter, canned veggies, anything like that we can't get from the food bank or from our donations from Walmart, we actually will purchase from Walmart Neighborhood Market here in town. On Wednesday afternoons, we have volunteers that come in and fill boxes, standard boxes of non-perishable items. So those volunteers will fill those boxes, about 65 boxes on Wednesday afternoons. And then on Thursday afternoons, we have volunteers that come in and they take all of our fresh items from the cooler and the freezers and all those places, and they bring them out onto the tables and separate those into bags to be distributed on Thursday afternoons, and we serve from 4:30 to 5:30. Right now, during this pandemic time, we're actually, since March, we've been doing that in a drive-through style. So our guests will line up in their vehicles. We take all of our stuff outside in front of the church, and we just put boxes into vehicles. They get one box of our standard items, and then a bag of produce, and a bag of bakery, and a bag of meat, whatever we have in store. Sometimes eggs, if we have those to give away. So that's kind of how that's working in pandemic times, as we distribute that. Now, pre-pandemic, the reason for the carts out here that roll, we actually would let people come in the building. People came in the building, they waited in line, took a number, and when it was their turn to shop, we would actually give them a cart with a sack, and they got to fill their own bag. So they could go from cart to cart, and there's limits on the carts, and they could put their items in their bag. And the reason we do that is because that allows them to choose the items that they like, and there's less waste. So if they're choosing not to get rice, then we don't waste that rice, and it can go to somebody else who will actually cook it and eat it. Whereas right now, during the pandemic times, they're going to get all those items, and hopefully they're sharing those with other people who like those for this time. The other thing that has changed from pre-pandemic times to now is that used to families could come to our food pantry once a month, and we would give them food based upon how many members are in the family. So if there's more than 4 members, they would get 2 bags of the non-perishables. And then they would get perishables according to the number of members in their family. Right now, what we're doing is actually giving every family 1 bag of non-perishables and then 1 bag of each of the other things. But what we're allowing is for them to come every week. So in the end, by the end of the month, they're actually getting more food during this pandemic time than they were pre-pandemic.
Thank you for this church and these earth angels that's in the food pantry. I appreciate every bit of it.
Absolutely. Well, we're all community, right? We're all neighbors. Take care of each other, right?
All righty.
All right. Well, y'all are loved, okay?
Alrighty.
We will serve in a given week. We'll serve about 50 to 60 families. Some weeks we might serve 80 to 90 families. Some weeks we might only have 35 or 40 come through, but most weeks it's going to be anywhere from 50 to 60 families. And right now we're seeing the same families pretty much on a weekly basis. We've had a lot of new families join during this pandemic time that we've never seen before, just because of job layoffs or various circumstances. So that's another thing that we're facing right now.
Well, my name is Vicki, and I just want to let you know how much this pantry's helped us. We were having a lot of hard time and struggle, and a friend of mine told me about the pantry, and it has been a great blessing. I'm really bad with names, but the one up front that comes to us when we pull up, she has gone way overboard by helping me. I mean, she has been a blessing. She has, there's been extra times when I've needed extra meat, or Christmas time they helped, and I really just want to thank you. The meals are a blessing as well. It's really helped. I just want you to know that. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
So we also here at the church have a hot meal that we do every other week. We call it our Amazing Grace Cafe. The reason we do it every other week is because First Presbyterian Church does it the other 2 weeks of the month. That is another great ministry that was actually started by the youth of our church before I ever came on staff here. And they had gone on a mission trip and served in a cafe and came back and decided that would be something they would want to get started. So they started that, and we continue that to this day. But we have a lady on staff here that will come in and cook a meal, but then the rest of the ministry is volunteers. The volunteers will come in about 3:45 or so, help put that meal into, right now, during this time that we're doing drive-through style, they put those meals into to-go containers, and then they take those out, and those are handed out as people come through the pantry. Okay, Erin, I'm going to ask you, you're new to Conway as well as our church, so what prompted you to want to get involved with our food pantry?
I've been involved with a food pantry for, probably 5 or 6 years now, back where we used to live. And food insecurity is something that I feel really passionate about. It's something that is really important, and I just feel like it's important to come out and feed our community.
Our food pantry is a big operation, so we have people coming in all throughout the week to help in various ways. We have people who have to go pick up our purchased food at Walmart Neighborhood Market or whatever retail store we get that from. We also have people, our Walmart Neighborhood Market in Greenbrier, those pickups are 3 times on those weeks that we do it. So we actually have a team of people that go on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that's a different team each day of that week. So we have people that do that. We have folks that go to the food bank for us and take our van and trailer and go down and pick up those loads of food. Sometimes those will be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of food that we pick up there. We also have a volunteer that comes in during the week and helps us just get product on the shelves, basically stock the shelves up for us, so that when those Wednesday volunteers come in, they can then have everything in place to just go through and put things in boxes. I have a gentleman that comes in during the week, and he does all the miscellaneous jobs. He actually will go through the bakery product that we get from Walmart and make sure that there's nothing that is sitting out in the room that needs to go in the fridge. He makes sure that stuff gets in the fridge, such as cheesecakes that'll be in the bakery that won't stay good if they're not put in the fridge. He also, breaking down boxes is a big deal. We have a lot of boxes, so we have to break those down so that we can get those recycled. And then, of course, on Thursdays, we have folks that come in starting around 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and they start putting together all the fresh items. So we have a team of people that do that. And then about 3:45 or so, we have another team of people that come in and they move everything out to the lobby and areas and get it set up and then distribute it to the cars. So we have six to eight people usually that will help with that process as well. Just getting food from the church into the trunks of vehicles takes a lot of work.
It's very satisfying. People are very appreciative. They're just grateful, and it hurts you when you know that there are families that do not have enough to take care of their children and anyone in their household. So it's just a great feeling to make people happy.
Great. And I will say thank you to you all for making, you both, for your commitment and making my life easier.